time, jeez.
It is about time, isn't it? All right, we're live. It is good to be back. I've been on leave, had some family issues come up, and then had a couple other things happen. Bought a warehouse while I'm renting to own a warehouse. And so that's exciting. It is about there's you. Anyway, so yeah. Those of you who don't know the Lobsta, let's see, I'm gonna put a link to his. Oh, let's see. Who's all in here? I know there's only 2 or 3 people in here right now, but
roll call. That episode on The Office.
I am alive, Mac. I've been busy. So anyone that's in here that is not subscribed to Lobsta, please do so. I got him down there in the chat. So but yeah, we've both been kind of busy. But you've kept up on YouTube. I haven't. I just had my one video in Utah, and that's it. But
yeah, I put up that video today from the phone, still playing with that Prism app that they have for mobile devices, and I'm just going to put it in the private sector of my channel. That it was like a delay, huge delay. I don't know. I started watching. It's like realizing that that's not how I want to have things. So
yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but well, then again, on your end, I guess it was a huge delay for people responding, but it's kind of understandable. All right, we got some people rolling in. Of course, Mac, and Lowell. He's local to me. He's probably jumping in to see that I got a warehouse and to see what's up with that. I don't know why you don't have your own channel yet. He's using his girlfriend's. Sarah Ford, yeah. He's the one that came here and bought the books. He was scanning the books. He also he was selling on Amazon books and stuff. He used to come and look. I don't know. You weren't here whenever he came. He came like 3 times. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I wasn't here for a long.
He sold me one of the N64s. But all right, we got Harry. What's up? What's up, buddy?
Hey, Harry.
The the virus. Yeah, that's some of the stuff we have to talk about. I was supposed to, and I'll probably have to repeat this again because we only got a couple people in the chat right now. But the coronavirus, when it comes to the military, is they suspended all travel. I can't go anywhere but my local commuting area. I can't even go to Raleigh. Like Raleigh, which is like 45 minutes away. And that is until May 2nd.
Really?
Yeah. So the bad thing about that is I was supposed to go to the Pittsburgh meetup and meet a couple of you all, and now I won't be able to. So that's unfortunate.
Thanks a lot, coronavirus.
Yeah. So we'll see how long this thing lasts. Did you see Harry's question?
Oh, just about 15 miles from here or so. We're gonna find out more tomorrow about that, Harry. It's a 2-story house. It's a pretty big house. Comes with a big bill though. So here's what it is. I need to move. That's what I need to do. Move right out of here. We're gonna move to China.
Good idea.
Yeah, but that does limit the buying on the storage units. Mac, that is true, and no yard sales. Yeah, that's what I'm told to do, is to stay in the local area. So, but I'm definitely not allowed to go on leave or go domestic travel. Definitely not international. So I can't go, traveling back home to West Virginia or to go see Josie's family in Utah, or of course go to Pittsburgh. I don't know. Maybe I can go to China. We'll see. That's what Nate said.
What's up, Nate?
Hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go. I was gonna send you a message, but I figured I'd put it in the group. Just hit everyone. So,
New Jersey's on a curfew. Oh my god, dude! Is that what it's gotten down to? It's gonna end up being like the movie Purge.
yeah, but why a curfew?
Yeah, that
I
is.
don't know. Maybe for looting purposes. I have no idea.
That's
Not even-
weird.
Yeah, that is strange.
That doesn't even. I mean, I would like to hear the reasoning behind that.
Yeah, that doesn't even make any sense of protocol for such a thing like that.
I mean, maybe just to limit in general. I guess I get that.
Just to limit the amount of
Traffic
shenanigans going on and traffic and.
without inconveniencing too many people. I'm assuming. I don't know.
Well, from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. I mean, typically you got restaurants and bars that are open up until 2. So
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they probably.
people are going to be drunk and have lack of judgment. So they're going to be hanging out and breathing on each other and breaking that 3-foot rule, I guess.
Yeah. I'll talk a little bit about the warehouse in a second because that's the exciting news for me.
Yeah.
Um,
You have any ideas exactly what you're going to do with it yet?
no, it's all over the place. I need to write a lot of this down.
No, that's part of why we're on YouTube
Yeah, like-
talking about it. We want ideas from you guys.
And like I said, I'll get into it in a minute. What was the one more thing we were kind of actively talking about? Of course, the coronavirus.
Sleepless Hustler asked about sales.
Yeah, we could talk about sales real quick. I mean, yeah, but everyone. I mean, just to be fair, everyone's been talking about the coronavirus for on this. So like, I don't want to go into it too bad unless it just kind of comes up naturally of something that will be affected.
Let's just talk about your warehouse, dude. Let's talk about the lot.
Yeah. Well, not just that, just stuff, just to kind of give us all a break. I mean, we sit here and, especially if you're on like Facebook, I already know everyone's seeing it. Like it's hard to go an hour without hearing about it or seeing it, let alone thinking about it. Cause everyone's kind of worried about things. Not so much for me about getting the virus. More for me, it's more so about what's going to happen with the economy and everything with people. But anyway, moving on. Sales have been like okay for me. They've kind of went down, but I think some of that is because I haven't been like consistently listing.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had about a sale a day at least on eBay. But thanks, Mac. I'll go into detail about it in a second. I keep saying that. But yeah, sales have been okay. What about you, Lobster?
eBay's slow, but Amazon with the food categories going off the charts.
Yeah,
I can't complain right now. I'm having a good time with it. I got a lot. I did a lot yesterday, the day before, and I mentioned earlier in my live that this is the first time in like months that I've had to go to the post office on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of nice too because I'm kind of purging some of that area out, the heavier stuff that's getting sold, so I don't have to worry about boxing it and sending it to the new location.
Okay, I'm having a brain fart on who. You might remember what their name is. Kyaev. They told me at one time. I'm just having a brain fart. It's something to do. It's like is it Kai? No, I think it might be like Kaya or Kaya. But then the other part is just like their middle and last initial or something like that. But it's like their name starts with a K. I just can't remember what it is. So if you're still in here, please let me know so I can try to remember to, not be rude about it. But anyway, so for now, we're going to get into the opportunity that I just got with this warehouse, which now is mine. I haven't signed the lease yet, but he's still negotiating some things. And he spelled my name wrong. Yes, it is. I was right. It is Kaya. So he spelled my name wrong. He spelled it like Brennan, Brennan. But it's Brandon.
The dude's like 140 years old, man. What do you expect?
Yeah, he's like 82 or 83.
He's gonna be vulnerable for that Dos Equis, that Dos Equis virus.
Yeah.
He had your name written down right next to your email, though.
I think he spelled it wrong, and I wasn't paying attention. But that's why I need a business card. I keep on saying that, but I haven't got it. I think the main thing is I don't know what to put on it. But I'm not gonna, like I said, I digress. So basically, the guy that owns the what's it called, the flea market. Guy that owns the flea market that I currently set up at. He used to have a setup, which Lowell, if you're in here, you've probably been to it. And it was also called Goldsboro Flea Market, but it was in this warehouse, and he didn't have like any. He has like an LLC, but he didn't. So I can't remember how he had it, but basically at the time, he had been like having people come out and everything, but he hadn't had. That's right, the inspection wasn't up to date. So. Some inspectors came in when they saw that the public was coming in and out, and they realized that there was some things that were not up to code. The previous owner, that's a really interesting story. I think I told a little bit about it to you, didn't I? The person right before my buddy moved in, the legal. Anyway, yeah, I'll explain that. But no, it's not exactly where the flea market is. It's in the same city. It's in the same city that we're in. But anyway, so. He got he had it open for the public and everything, and the city saw that there was a lot of traffic going through there, so then they did stop by to do an inspection because that property hadn't had an inspection for so long or whatever. Harry, are you getting off? Oh, are you?
I'm just paying homage to everybody. Why you going here? Yeah.
But yeah, so the guy ended up having the inspectors come by, and they saw that the person before him did some wiring that was up in the rafters, really bad. From what the operation they're running in there, they were running it illegally. Basically, they were growing weed out of it and selling it. And so they had industrial freezers in there that had a bunch of outlets in the ceiling, and they had grow lights and stuff. But cops came, ripped all that stuff out, and but the way he wired it up, he wired 220 big thick gauging up there, and he just tied it into a bunch of different break, did all kinds of stuff. They saw that and they were like, that has to go, and an experienced electrician has to do it. And now that they have it on file, they have to prove that there's a bunch of other things behind it. So basically they told him hey, you can't run this. There wasn't just that. There's a couple boards that are on the ceiling. Because it's an older warehouse. It's brick construction, but it's got a wooden roof, which is in good structural condition. It's not going to cave in or anything like that. But it was a couple chips that it had from the wood. They had hit something. They had a forklift in there, and they had just rubbed up against it and broke off a piece of the wood. But it didn't bow it out or snap it in half or anything. It just broke chips off of it. But it was not intact, technically to standards. So I guess what they did is they put two boards on either side of it and then just drilled in, which is not up to code either. And since it's damaged, that old style of how they build the roof is not up to code. So technically the whole roof has to be replaced for it to be a public inviting area. You can't have people in there because it's too much of a liability. People that aren't underneath your, understanding of the place or whatever. So people could go in there, the roof, something happens to the roof, and they didn't know that beforehand, and then they could sue you. So technically it could be used for storage and certain operations, but you can't use it for industrial operations. So anything that has a forklift or something like that. But so basically it can be used for storage. It can be used for what I'm doing with it, but I can't go leasing it out to somebody that is going to be running a big operation with multiple employees, and their insurance would just be way too high. So for me, I'm just going to have a storage insurance with so many hours working there, and I can't remember how it's going to be done. But basically, they can rent it to me. I can work out of it, but not to the extent that it's a big business. It's storage. Yeah. So it's storage. So anyway, so because of that, I got it at half the rate that my buddy got it at. I'm actually only paying $500 a month for 4,600 square foot on it's 0.75 of an acre.
That's crazy.
All barbed wire fenced in with 2 gates.
Oh, and
Oh, hey, Val.
There's another a shed at the back of the property, and then a storage container right next
Yep.
to it. So
It's insane. It's freaking unbelievable. I want to just throw up in my nutsack right now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
$500 for 4,600 square feet.
yeah.
Well, see, and that's the thing. We're actually going rent to own on it. And they it's only going to be 90,000. So
I'm telling you, I'm not joking around when I say I'm loading up the trailer and moving to North Carolina.
yeah, you go live in the well, that's
down by the river or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm telling you, dude, that's for me is. I mean, I can easily find something like that and work out.
Yeah. No, you definitely can find. I mean, there's one right now that is up to code.
Yeah.
I showed it to you at one time. It's 3,800 square foot, and it has it's all in an industrial building that has multiple other businesses, but nice warehouse, and it's 1,000 a month or 900 a month.
That's crazy.
But anyway, yeah, this has about 800 square foot of office space built into it, so it has like a one-story center block construction that's inside of it, sectioned off. It has 1, 2, 3 rooms and 2 storage rooms in it. It has 2 bathrooms in the warehouse. One of them's in the office space, one of them's on the outside, and it has a shower in there. I was telling Josie if I was single and I was coming over from Okinawa, and I could redo things. I know it's technically the zoning's kind of off. I technically couldn't do it, but I'd definitely. I'd live there, run the business side of it. It'd be it'd be awesome. But no, I can't do that. I cannot have a weekend sell out of their Mac. I can only have people meet me on the premises. I cannot actually have people come inside technically.
What I was thinking you could do to subsidize some of the money on that, I was sitting there pondering on several things because I know there's a liability issue with having people inside the structure, correct?
I know it. Yep. I know what you're thinking, but go ahead.
Yeah. Well, having them go inside the structure, I mean, you still have to go inside to do things. You just can't go in there and have paying customers, I guess you could say. I mean, I know you're probably kicking around a few ideas, but you're going to be inside storing things or whatever. Have other people store their things. Okay.
So, all right. So I was thinking about this, and there's a couple things that are kind of preventing that from happening. Anything that when it comes to me getting other people renting from me, it would almost need to be friends or close, acquaintances that I've, done business with or whatever. So I'm renting to own. I'm leasing to own this property from an older couple that has a very big business. They own, how many warehouses did they say they own? It was in the double digits of warehouses that he owns and he rents out.
So, okay, sorry. With the age of the building, it's older than the 1960s because they got it in the 1960s.
Yeah.
So it is a pretty dated building.
It's right whenever they started using center block, probably.
So in the comping of the property, have you actually looked on other values of land in and around that area and just forget about the building? The building is a plus.
So the land is worth about 50 or 60. Now that's not zoned. That's close to it, but it's not the zoned. It's not zoned the same. So I know commercial land is worth more, typically. But parking lot sale. I'll go into why I'm not going to do that too. And that's the thing. I really want people to just give me some.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. Keep going.
I really want people to give me their opinions and their options on what I can do with this. But yeah, when it comes to zoning and everything, I haven't looked into I don't know. He's supposed to give me the paperwork on the inspection, exactly what would need to be done if I wanted to get it up to code to actually either lease out myself or sublease.
Which was why I just laughed because I'm sure that list is going to be extensive.
Yes and no.
I'm excited to see it a little bit.
Yes and no.
To get it up to code to for a working business, say we use it for a car. Yeah. Like a mechanic shop. I think it was used for that at one point.
It was. That was the original thing. It was big tractor trailers, I think. They would pull them in, and they did like transmission servicing and like things like that.
Yeah,
I can't
The
remember.
photo on the thumbnail, is that the back view of it?
That is
Or
the
is that-
back view. And there's two gates. There's that side gate that's like right there. We had just came through there. And then it has like an easement road that's around there. But then it has like the main road that's in the front. And it does have like another gate entrance. And then it has a single door entrance. But the other bay door does not work. Like they've gutted it all out and they just sealed it off as like the bay door entrance.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't have like any of the rails or anything anymore. It's just a panel. Not like all, jacked up. It's literally just like they framed it back in.
It's been fun.
Well, I got a couple ideas for you, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. He put the expanded foam for that seal that was in there, which.
For the door.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll go into that in a little bit. Okay. So this is also in a very, very bad part of town.
We found heroin. There's heroin needles right on the other
Yep.
side of the freaking fence. We saw. There's
Nice.
heroin needles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Two
Nice.
parts.
I know a few songs that are written about heroin. Mr. Brownstone by the Guns N' Roses. Let's see, what's another one? Hurt, actually. By 9 Inch Nails.
Oh yeah. I was about to
What
say
else
that.
we got?
I didn't know old Johnny did heroin, but no, I know he did the remake of that. But yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We have a lot of potential ideas. Are you writing down stuff? Okay, that's good. I know it seems very like, what's the word? And in a way it was, but that's just how I do things. It seems very sporadic to just go and buy a warehouse and then not know what to do with it. I get that, but for that price and for the fact that I've been around it so much and I've like been drooling over it because I knew that I was considering it at 1,000 and just investing into it and using it for storage at the minimum. Putting I had a couple other ideas to literally just make part of it like a rec area where I could literally put like a basketball hoop and just have some people over and hanging out and stuff. Yeah, I know, Mac, to get it up to code and make bank. I know I could.
That's the plan.
Thought about subleasing it out, creating like partitions, and like making like rentable shop space for like small businesses and or people that don't have garage space and they have like a project that they're like in love with. They've been storing it, but they'd rather have it stored and they can, work on it. Thought about making it because we're a military town, thought about making it a deployment storage facility. So when people get deployed, they can store stuff there.
That's what I was thinking with the cars, boats, and stuff for outside of the building.
That too.
To utilize the space.
That too.
That
and
would subsidize your $500 a month.
Right. And there's another part of that. And that's what I was getting at with the area. It's not good. Like it is not good. Goldsboro is one of the highest crime rates in all of North Carolina. And that is like one of the bad areas, like right there. Of course, there's a lot of industrial around, but people walk through there all the time. There's a scrap yard that's literally right close to it. And a lot of people that are bad off on drugs will go and try to find scrap, or they'll gut people's houses out and they'll go into the scrap yard, try to get as much money as they can,
Okay, so here's an idea.
Good.
Seeing that you've mentioned the scrap yard, that was another idea I had later on down the road that you could convert that property into if you decide to turn it into a business once you get it where you want it to be, where it's safe. Maybe you ought to approach that scrap yard and see if they need to store any of their bins or containers or anything if it's relatively close on the property. You know what I'm saying? If you got an extra $250 a month in storage fees, because storage fees right now are crazy off the hook. That's an idea you could approach that company with.
Yeah, or I can approach another company.
Yeah?
That's, you know what?
Even around the area, yeah.
Surprisingly, I hadn't thought about it exactly like that yet.
Yeah.
I mean,
get that outside of that building to give you money. Then that way the inside of that building, if you keep it secure enough so you don't have the people looking around checking, because I noticed in the thumbnail that fence only goes like halfway and not even. It doesn't go all the way around the building, does it? But it's cinder block.
It doesn't. It's cinder block.
So they don't have any lower level windows or doors that they can tamper with.
There's one door, but he literally he put expandofoam in the seal on both sides.
All the way around it.
Just like locked it, deadbolted, and then just put expandofoam on both sides just to make it even harder for people to get in.
How secure are those two bay doors, though?
Pretty damn secure. Like
you would feel confident to put your stuff in there and walk away from it with that area?
I'm just saying, if you're trying to get in that steel bay door that's like on the for one, it's heavy as shit. It has to be rolled up by a big motor.
Okay.
And yeah, if they want to, they could sit there with a cutoff wheel and cut a big hole in it. But in that case, you're already making enough noise. Just drive. You could do that with any building. Like just drive through the.
Yeah.
But so like, I'm not concerned about that as much. So I'm not going to I'm going to hardly spare any expense on security. That's for sure. It doesn't have any cameras. I'm going to get cameras. I'm going to get seal break alarms, whatever they're called, like the ones, for the windows, doors and stuff. There's no windows, but hey, Kathy. Hey, Jody. Picking Vegas and Beyond. What's up? Welcome. We're just talking about my warehouse that I just got. And what I'm going to be planning to do with it. At a minimum, though, I'm definitely going to use it at least for storage because I get a lot of stuff. And it'd be nice to have that open space to be able to store it and whatnot. And I didn't even mention that. It came with a bunch of estate sale clean out stuff, like literally full. So it came with, it didn't come with it. I bought it out from Barry for $400, but there's quite a bit of good stuff in there. Like I hardly paid anything. And that freezer is mine. It's not to the property. That freezer's it's a big industrial walk-in freezer that's about 15 by 15 by 10.
Is it detachable?
Yeah, it comes off in panels. So yeah. I mean, it's worth money.
And it works?
It doesn't have the refrigerant. It's just the case.
Sell that some.
Yeah,
the guy before us tried to, and he had someone that was pretty interested.
But he had to get out of there fast.
Yeah,
and
did he leave you the contact info on the guy?
No, but and number one, I don't mind having it right now because it is a nice other like storage area, and
for like maybe your storage cleanouts or whatever that you plan or your auctions, you can put your higher price stuff in that,
and then just like Fort Knox it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, it's got galvanized steel on the outside, and then like it's got like wood. I mean, I'll have to.
Like a walk-in kind of like commissary kind of a thing for cold goods for a restaurant.
That's another thing. I could just have that as a building outside. Well, that's what he was suggesting is to also make it a building. So like literally take it apart, move it outside because it has a roof on it, like it's insulated as can be, and then just pop it outside and make it another storage area. You gain that extra 200 square foot of storage area. So. There's so many options with this, and that's why I was so excited. Even though, because the way I am is I consider myself one of my biggest strengths is being resourceful. Like I'll find a way to use it,
right.
And if I get just enjoyment out of it, like let's just say we get a bunch of people together and go there and I don't know, just hang out like every once in a while and still have a little bit of storage and like we could have basketball hoop in there because like. There's hardly any places. I mean, we have one on base, but it gets full, and then all the places off base are just flooded with a bunch of hoodlums. But anyway, so that would be cool. And then also we have I have 2 of those trailers. It'd be nice to be able to store them there. Worst case, if we can store all the vehicles there if there's a hurricane.
True. Yeah.
It'd
be really good for whenever a hurricane hits, just move our really valuable stuff over there.
Yeah, not that it's price gouging or anything, but during a hurricane season, be like, hey, we're advertising storage.
Come on in.
I mean, I don't know how much space is in the back of that thumbnail that you have in the front, but I was sitting there thinking as you were talking, getting sea containers. I mean, it's going to take time.
Yeah, that's a potential plan too. Is getting like you were saying, like the about 20-foot shipping containers.
Mm-hmm.
Getting about I could fit. I was doing the math on it comfortably with plenty of room around it. On either side, we could fit, I think it was about 40 on property.
40?
30 on property.
30, the long ones or the small ones?
20 foot by 8.
20 foot and stacked, or like all the way across?
Oh, you don't even know how much room is in it. I mean, it's 0.75 of an acre.
Dude, because at some point, if you could do 10, because they're about what, $1,500 a piece?
You could get them
$3,000. You can maybe get them less. But if you got it's at least 10 and you put them in the back 40 of your property, line them up domino style, I mean, well, side by side, rent them out and charge, 150 to 200, do it cheap because of the area. But if you can do 10, that's $1,000 right there. Then when you're playing basketball on the inside, you're having a real good time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not paying for shit.
Yeah. And we have so many other ideas. We thought about, I was talking to all the guys at work and they're super like pumped for me and everything, like talking about, what's up, buddy? Huh? Yeah. We're talking about like, people are talking about like doing like a paintball arena inside, like make it look like, like there's like a Call of Duty map that if you play Call of Duty or if anyone has that, there's like a warehouse map and setting it up like that. And just like, I don't know, there's just plenty of little ideas to just,
Yeah, I was looking up online and there's a list of 50 different ways to utilize a vacant warehouse. Until you can get it approved to have people in there. I mean, you got to have that place make you money, dude. And even if you did your buyouts or your auctions and you brought it in there and you stored it in there, I think that's going to be, that's going to be the way to go.
The good thing about that is I can do that on a bit. Okay, so there's a couple models that I've been kind of considering. Like, let's just say I kept this right here, exactly how it was, had that storage for listed eBay inventory where I could have upstairs, downstairs, completely that. We could upscale probably 5 times over if we did it like that and then have that as a sorting facility. Because I've got my flea market booth, I've got the eBay, and then of course I've got like Facebook marketplace, and thought about having like that as like a meetup place for that, so I don't have people come here. Good.
So another thing is like right next to it, like less than a block over, is an auction house, and then it's like this huge warehouse that just does auctions on like home goods and
furniture
mostly. But I mean, hey, that's still kind of a big score to be right next to it. And then they've got trailers, empty trailers right next to it too. Do you know how do you screen share and get this?
Yeah, I'll do that. We will screen share. Just letting you know it's 7:15. I know you had something to do.
Yeah, I got to be to work at. Oh shit! Jeez, it's late already, isn't it?
Yeah, my bad. That's because I had the computer issues and.
It's all right. Yeah, I gotta probably step out here shortly. All right, so where are we at?
So that's the warehouse right there.
Straight
and then
down?
That's the concrete pad, and then
it's this little long piece.
So this is the other building right here.
Oh, the long rectangle building with the white roof, yeah.
Oh, I was okay. So what I was doing is I was on.
I see the main entryway because you can see all the traffic flow. Yeah. Wow, that's a huge lot, dude.
Yeah, there's plenty.
That's all housing. That's all housing there. And then you got tractor trailer storage there. God, it would be nice to get that other parcel.
Mm-hmm. But that's not fenced in at all. Next to it.
Oh, that's all concrete. Where the tractor trailers are.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Apparently, there's a lot of antiques in one of them.
So
that's a storage. It's a storage parcel, I guess, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a bit you can't see it because it's the trees, but right here, that's a building. That's
I can see like a structure of some sort.
It's like 12 by 20 or something like that, or like it's like 10 by 15 maybe. And then this right here is like an old box truck frame that's just made into like storage.
A whole bunch of junk in there. But yeah, this place came with a lot of stuff inside, which I can go ahead and show you
that. I'll show it to you before you have to
If
step
you
out.
could snag that for, I guess what you mentioned, that's insane. You know how much money that would go for here in California?
Oh, I know. I got pretty.
And then it would be like all these apartment buildings that would go up in it. It's just wow, phenomenal.
Again, if anyone in here has some ideas on what to do with it exactly, because like I said, I don't want to sit here and just eat up $500 and just use it as storage, but I feel like I could still benefit from it because of the fact that I'm using it for that storage and the sorting facility have a little bit more room to breathe, and then be able to have more options. But then
I would be more than happy, Brandon, to spend $500 knowing that I could make money from that. Because if you got to think about it, you spend $500 on a car payment. Some people do, you know, $500 for rent, $500 in food, $500 to go drinking for a month, $500 to take 5 people to Disneyland. You know, the list goes on and on and on. You have a lot of potential right there.
yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, see, a lot of us are. I mean, I do see some like what's the word? Sticklers. Is that the word? People that are like always trying to look at pick things out of a potential good thing. But I mean, I would think a lot of us are like more optimistic about things and trying to like see like we see opportunity, and I mean there's a lot of us, we literally go and like pick up people's junk and go to like dumpster diving, and we see opportunity in that, and there is opportunity. It's just like I don't know. At first, I felt like if I would get a lot of people like giving me crap because I did jump into this without having like a sure shit plan.
Yeah, but look at it this way: it's an investment. If you're going to get it for rent to own or whatever, you're going to own it.
Yeah,
and he's going to carry the lien on it with a loan.
So yeah, and I don't pay property taxes on it. So that's for the.
I mean, the only downside is that he's in the upper numbers of his age. I mean, that's the only concern. So make sure the contract fits on. But other than that, dude, I'd say jump it and take it. You're gonna have a huge lot. That's a huge lot.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I'm excited for it. Especially whenever they said 500. Like.
And the other reason I say do that too, because I know for one, the residential strip that's on the main part, that probably doesn't have any potential for you, or the backside of whatever direction it was. But that lot sitting southeast or west of where, or north or whatever direction that is, that lot being empty like that too, that might come up at some other point, and you could just expand the possibilities of you selling part of that back to the community as to a developer and making some money, and they might rezone it and turn it into residential because you already have it surrounding you.
Yeah. Yeah, Lowell, if you wanted to look at it since you're close. Hey, Kevin. Hey, buddy. One second. I'm trying to pull up. But yeah, no. I mean, I do agree with you. Like, if that ever does come up, I mean, I don't know. I saw so much opportunity. Like, let's just theoretically, and I don't know 100% on this. I haven't done all the numbers, but let's just say I didn't do anything with eBay or whatever, and I was just like, I'm gonna buy it for an investment. It would probably still be worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Kept it for like swap meet.
Well, I'm saying like for the investment, because I feel like it's worth.
Oh yeah, for the investment part, most definitely.
And then I just slowly worked on it. I feel like it could sell for a lot more. But if I had it up to code and I said, "Hey, it's inspected, ready to," yeah, you've been. I figured you had been there before. I'll show the front so you'll see.
Yeah, Mac, we were gonna do the charge for camper trailer storage. The only problem is it's not up to code, but yeah, we gotta do a little fixing up to it.
At the rate that you're buying it at 500,
it don't matter.
On the outside, yeah,
like
on the inside.
6,000 a year. You'd have it paid off in 15 years.
Well, yeah, and then also I mean, I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen, because right now I'm under. I'm going to pay. I'm buying it for $90,000. I'm paying $500 a month. 50% when I decide to buy, it's a 24-month lease. When I decide or if I decide to buy it, or at the end of the lease time, 50% 50% of that goes towards the principal.
Okay.
So $250 a month and everything, by the end of it,
That's still not a bad deal.
yeah, by the end of it, I will have invested $6,000 into it, and I didn't pay any property taxes.
Right.
So,
I think it's a good deal because anytime you can get a rent to own kind of a thing, and the owner carries a lien or the loan on it, you should jump on it if it's affordable. Shit, if that's the case, I'll give you $250 extra a month
for an investment.
For an investment.
Here's the front. So it's got water, and that's not included, but water, electricity. It's wired for internet already. It's also got, you can see right here, it's got a gas tank, but it's empty. But it is wired for. It's got gas all the way through, and then it has, but he never turned them on. They're older units, but there's like a gas heater that's up here above this is where the office space is. If you see that right there, that's a AC unit. So there's 2 AC units built into the side that's in the office space. So it's like, I don't know, probably
roughly that big.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how. It's about 35 feet from here to there, 35 feet, and then from the bay door. Oh shoot, went all the way down here. That was kind of all right. So yeah, like from right here to right here, that's office space, and then which I could potentially show it in the other one, and then from like about right here to there, office space, 1 story, of course. And then over here is just like, there's some storage up there you could use.
A little attic.
It's like it's not a crawl space. Like, it's just not tall enough for you to stand up.
I mean, if you're 6'2",
yeah, true.
I can stand up. So
there's a ladder too that goes up. But anyway, there's a big gas heater that's right here. There's a small one that's right here. Well, small in relation to a warehouse. And then there's on the other side in the same spot, there's another one. So it does have the heaters, but there's no AC. There's the 2 AC units that will cool the office space, but there's no AC within this within the warehouse space itself. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that like brick or center block, like warehouses like that, then like with like a concrete pad, that they'll keep cool a lot easier.
Than metal heats up.
Right.
Yeah, the only thing is the metal roof.
So the only reason you can't operate out of here other than just storage is because of code issues?
Right. You might be able to see something on this. Okay, so obviously that's just very small, but that's a little like issue. That's like not even, I mean, obviously that's like very easy fix. So this door actually rolls to the left. You see the track?
Yeah.
He like, to seal it off, and because he never intended to like go in there, and so that people would be discouraged from trying to get in, he like expandifoamed all the way along the lining of this right here, and then also around the actual door that goes into the office space. The office space you can access from the warehouse, so you have to go through the gate and then go around. But like I said, there's just traffic that goes through here that's just like no bueno.
Go down the street and show them the recycling center. I think.
Well, yeah.
Like everything's really close.
Yeah, I mean it's just like I said, it's just in a bad part of town. It's better that it is in like an industrial area, and I'm sure once I get cameras there, it'll deter a lot.
How far down the road are you from the main drag right here? Are you so far back in to the industrial area, and that's why there's so many shady characters that are roaming around?
Why is it not letting me zoom back out?
You have to click out of the view, the street view.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's right beside the strip. Oh, look at that. The Salvation Army thrift store is right around the corner. I never noticed that. I mean, it is an industrial area, but like it is just like right there with another strip. like here's the street that you were looking at, and then here's like a couple places, and people walk down here all the time.
I say for sure, dude. I think it's a great little deal. Besides that big, huge lot, I mean, you'd own a quarter of that block if you could get that other lot at a later time. But that thing right there, that would be the bleeding heart of the whole operation. That thing's got to make you money. You got to somehow get that to make you money, whether you're going to have to do it or, obviously you're going to have to keep it rolling. But, putting things in there that you can sell out of there, from your endeavors or whatever, or storage, definitely has to generate income. And that lot is huge. You can get a couple storage containers. That's a Mayflower box.
Yep.
Holy crap. Seriously? Is that thing worth anything?
Not really. I mean, well, I don't know. To be honest,
the advertisement of it alone, dude. They're so out of business.
But it's kind of like, it's literally would just be for like storage or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, this is another idea I had for specifically some security. Not yet. For security, thought about like having some dogs there. Like some,
Pit bulls or something.
I'm not going to say aggressive breed, but something like a pit bull or like German shepherds or something. Just animal dogs to just keep there, and of course they would know us and they would be.
Name them Chopper, right? So when you're there and someone crosses the boundary, you can say, "Sick balls, Chopper."
Yeah, like on Stand By Me. But and like I said, we were talking about because this thing, the flooring is terrible on this thing right here, the Mayflower.
Yeah, because it's on the bed, it's on the ground.
Yeah,
it out.
You just make it into like a big dog haven, and just have like 2 or 3 dogs, and that would help with security as well because it's all fenced in.
Yeah. You'd have to monitor with something like that, though. You'd have to monitor them daily.
Yes and no. I mean, reality, they have all that room. They're outside.
Yeah.
I mean, I give them like a big access to water. Give them food. I mean, I can get a dispenser that dispenses food like day. And it's not like I wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there often. If not me, then Josie. And if I could get somebody involved with, if I find, make friends and whatnot, like if I trust people enough, I wouldn't mind getting some other people, a werewolf security dog. I wouldn't mind getting other people involved with this, so that people can have like some storage space or some workspace, but only people that I really trust, Yeah,
you gotta have security. I was thinking of having someone be there, like a watchman that would live there, give them free rent if they had a trailer, but I don't know how many people you would trust who, well, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but the thing is, because it's zoned industrial.
Yeah.
Now, I was looking it up, and you can get it changed. Like I could get it changed so that part of it could be used for residential. Because it is up against residential. Probably wouldn't be that hard. It's just you would have to get. There's a couple things you have to do, and it is kind of a hassle.
You would have to do it in the back and still have an access road to that part and fence it off and segregate the access road to the residential part, and then the fence would separate that into the commercial where the warehouse is.
But I probably couldn't do that until I'm the owner.
Yeah, you'd have to. I'm telling you, dude, just make it work for now for what it's worth. I'm gonna get going here, but take the $500, ride that wave all the way in, and just let it work to your benefit. Because I think for you to have and own this piece of property, there's so much potential there. So much potential.
I'm excited for it, even just for the storage to better expand my business, and so we can have some work, so we aren't like walking around a bunch of stored unlisted inventory here. So that I might have a little bit more discipline to just be like, hey, what's here? It's listable, right?
I really think you should look into the storage container idea. That's the only thing that I can think of. There's a small investment in it.
Yep.
You could advertise to store get 5 or however many you can to at least cover the payment.
That's not a bad idea at all.
That way you don't have to stress every month about the extra $500 you got to come up with when you can still be making money on top of it. Use that property to make money from. I think that's the say. And then you can focus on the warehouse. As long as you got 5 or 10, I would do 10 if you can. I mean, it's going to cost you 10 grand or whatever, or maybe you can get some donated sea containers. I mean, I actually have a sea container I'm trying to get rid of because I don't have space for it. And the place that I work for doesn't want it. And I'm thinking, God, if I only had the room for it, I could definitely use it. So,
I mean, I don't know. I'll have to figure something out.
Right.
But
I'm excited for you, though, dude. I'm pissed that you got it.
Hey, Mary.
I see potential.
Marie just jumped in.
Yep. Hey, she's jumping in. I'm jumping out. I got to go to work, brother.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, dude. I'm very happy for you. I mean, I think it's awesome. I really do. There's so much potential there. And the long run. I want you to think down the road. I mean, even though there's some serious things going on right now that are taking people by surprise, but you got to think beyond that and think for your future. But this is definitely got to be part of it. Most definitely. There's potential here. And you have an easy in. And this is where it all starts. Why don't you think of this? If you get this property, you can utilize it today and make money from it today. Okay. And then, is that what's inside of it?
Yep.
What?
And that's from probably about 10 to 20% in vantage point. There's a lot of stuff behind me. There's a lot of stuff to the left.
Oh my God, dude.
But yeah. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I didn't mean to bait you with that.
The equity that this is going to bring you in the future, you can draw against and buy other properties. Like I mentioned, with the lot next to you that's vacant, it's just a concrete lot. There's no structure. You're probably going to get that a lot cheaper. And hopefully, if you can get a contract locked in now, you probably might want to do a little homework and comp out the residential properties that are there, and then comp out the other properties in and around that area that's sold based upon the acreage and whether or not they had gas, water, and all that stuff attached to it. Find out what the values are before you send that contract of that $90,000 agreement, unless that's something you've already verbally agreed upon.
Yeah, I have.
Because I guarantee you, it's going to go in a direction based on the economic stuff now. But in 20 years, I mean, there's potential there. God, if I could grab a lot, what is that? Almost 3/4 of an acre?
Yeah.
For 90 grand, I would be selling my left and right kidney right now. I wouldn't be able to survive because I'd be giving up both, but you get my point. All right, I gotta go.
All right, man. Thanks for jumping in.
All right, dude. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
All right, bye guys. Take care.
All right, guys. It's just us. Definitely go sub to Lobster. I know literally most of y'all in here have sub to him, but he's got some good stuff. Going through a lot right now. He's moving, and with, as y'all can imagine, with having an eBay business, that's not exactly fun. So be thinking about him during that. Yeah. So, you said you've bought video game stuff from there before. Yeah, Barry, the guy that now he owns that flea market that I set up at. So he's the one. He used to own this, but now he owns the Goldsboro flea market on 70, which I'm sure you know that one. But yeah, he's not really into video game stuff. He always comes to. Yeah, he is a good guy. Love me some Lobsta. But is there a delay? There must be a delay again. Can you check? Actually, I can check right here. You don't have to. Let me see. I must stop sharing this. If anyone wants to jump in, I can post the link again. Yeah, there must be a delay. I'm gonna check it real quick. Let's see. But is there? Yeah, there definitely is a delay.
It's always been like that.
Yeah, but it's like 20 or 30 seconds for me. I don't know if it's the same way with everyone else, though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it is rough to move and whatnot. But let's see. Yeah, for those of you who jumped in, I did buy a warehouse and super excited about it. But there's so many different ideas as to what to use the space for. Yeah, there's always a delay. I'll just press on. Doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, it's just, I know I can use it for what I'm paying for it. I know that I can use it for, storage for the business at least, and still be happy with that decision. You got to go on another stream soon. What is the other stream? I'm curious if I'm stepping on anyone's toes at this point. Why did I hit Facebook? I don't know. Just a natural thing, I guess.
That's how you know you have a Facebook addiction.
Yeah, most people do.
That's why I had to.
You need that Mayflower container. Yeah, those are cool. Let's see. I don't see any other scheduled thing. I'm curious. Anyway, yeah, like I said, if anyone wants to jump in, did I post a link or did I really just get distracted? I think I totally spaced out on that one. Let's see. All right, there's the link. So if anyone wants to jump in, please jump in. We can, BS. I think I'm going to pull up. I've got a Froggy is going live in 7 minutes. Froggy. A slumber party. What the hell? Let me go through real quick. I'm going to go through. I think I have a video. If I don't, I know I have a video. And y'all can see the interior of it for now until I actually until I actually do a live inside of the place, because I'm probably going to get internet. I'm probably going to, be working out of it little by little. I don't know if I'm going to set up it would be nice to set up like a photo place in there because you have a lot of room. But we're going to have a lot of room over there once we get everything out that's kind of in limbo that needs to be stored, because we do have some stuff over there. It's just waiting for me to get around to, and we're just at the point where I might as well just free up that space so we have a little bit easier access to everything. Let's see. I need to send that video over because I took it with my phone. I did take a bunch of other pictures too. All right, hold on 1 second. We got to get this. I'm going to send this to you, Josie, just so I can have it on my Facebook, and then I don't have to, I don't know. I could just send it to my computer, but. All right.
What's going on right now?
I'm sending just a bunch of pictures and like video footage that I took of the warehouse interior so that people can see what it looks like inside. Sending that to you. All right, so some of y'all that have been in here for a little bit, do you have any other ideas for me so that I can just things to just toss around? I'm going to pull up. I'm going to share this part. Did you get all those? Yeah, they look like they processed. So, yeah, just going back into it real quick. This is the warehouse. For some of y'all that are just coming in here, this is the warehouse that I'm getting. Well, I already got. And I just had that picture up, or the other pictures up, so that y'all could see. 1 second. We'll pull that up now. So yeah, I've got a warehouse. There. All right. So here we go. There it is. That's the back side of it. And then this is it from above. Has like I think it's I thought it was a little bit more than this, but it's 0.75 acres, zoned in commercial / industrial, whatever it is. I don't have a picture of the front, but here it is this is like a access road to like a gate back here. There's like a single person gate right here, but then there's like a gate where you can pull in vehicles, or right here is the front with the gate. And yeah, that's it. There's a building back here, which I can show you on the. Now, here's an example of what I was talking about, where someone broke a part of it right here, and they just they broke it right here, and then they put 2 boards on each, and then they just did it all the way down there. But this is just the older style of doing things, like pretty old. And so apparently you can, I'm not 100% sure, but from what I understand, you can be grandfathered in for things like that, unless they do get damaged. Then you can't replace it with that. If I don't know, I'm not 100%. But all in all, this is not right. This is not good. I do want to at least replace that portion right there within the near future. But grand scheme of things, I am going to have to do something. And then, of course, they replaced the boards right here not too long. Kind of looks like it's bowing right there, but it's not really. If anything, is bowing just a tad bit all across the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure. But there's no other signs of like damage anywhere. There's like skylights in it. You see right here where there's like the light coming through. That's in the front where I showed you where those panels came off. Not a big deal. We can fix that. I don't know if I have any more pictures of the inside. Of course, you got this one. I don't think I can go any further, really. Why is it going backwards? Yeah, all this stuff came with it. It's a bunch of like estate sale clean out / flea market stuff that he used to have, and he just ran out of space trying to get it all over to his new flea market. So, yeah, I saw that, Justin. I forgot to comment on it. Yeah, no, that's not a bad idea either. Renting it out. I'd have to get a better access point. I'd like to get something where you can, like one of those gates that open with a code, so that you can open it and then it'll close behind you. Just so I don't have to get here and get out, and then everyone else have to get out and like unlock it. Worry about locking it back. Man, I see the delay in how people are saying things. Yeah, it came with inventory too, and that's what I'm trying to send this video over so that I can show y'all some of the stuff. Maybe if I don't think I go into detail, but I've already made yesterday or the other day at flea market. Now, granted, people aren't coming out a lot because of the coronavirus, and it was a little colder here. But I made $95, and the majority of that was from the stuff that was in the warehouse. So that's cool. Remove that real quick, and then I'm going to go to see if I can't get that video.
I mean, I have it. What are you looking for?
No. Okay, so the reason I'm sending it on here so that it saves to Facebook, so that I can pull it up whenever I want, as opposed to like me trying to like, I mean, because my Google Cloud or my Apple Cloud is full, and then or I could like connect it and try to transfer it over, but I just send it through Facebook to somebody and then pull it up if I need it on another device, because everything's linked through Facebook. That's just the way I did it. I don't know. But yeah, I do have the. So I don't have a picture of this. So this is after I started cleaning it, though. That's the unfortunate part. Please tell me I have a picture of that freezer.
That was inside the freezer.
Okay, yeah. So here you can see this is after we started cleaning it. I'd already cleaned, put some stuff in the, no, I hadn't put stuff in the trailer yet, but I had organized a bunch of stuff around. It used to be like all the way packed to the edge, but I'd moved it to the right and inside of the freezer. But here's a view of it. Can I make it? I think I can make it the whole screen. Yes, I can. Here's a view of the freezer. Not the freezer. Yeah, you can see it right there on the right. So that's the freezer. It's got like these big panels. There's 2 extra ones right here, but like they make up the on top of it and the side panels. And I don't know if you were here earlier, all of y'all, but it was used for this place before Barry, the guy that I got it from, had it this place was used as a growing facility for illegal marijuana. So if I can show it in here, I don't. Oh yeah, it's right here. You can't. Can you see? Okay, so there's an outlet right here, but you can't see it. But there's like one that's like really close, and it's like all the way along the top. They're just outlets, and then like a bunch of these bars that are put there to like hang lights. So like they had like a bunch of like grow lights, and of course all this stuff on the inside. It's got this vending machine. Oh look, a torso, so we can.
Oh,
for
okay.
close.
I was like, another torso.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. There's right this. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see it right there. So right here, 1, 2, and then there's one underneath here, 3, and then there's like 3 other boxes underneath there. They're all full of records, and of course, most of y'all know if you follow me. I've seen my flea market setup. I do pretty well with records. I sell my $1 piece. So there's a lot of records here. There's more records scattered throughout the warehouse in different boxes and stuff. I am still going through the boxes. Obviously, I'll probably be going through them for a while. There's on the other side of here, there's a bunch of stacks of the National Geographic, bunch of benches that they built. Yeah, bodies. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff, bunch of military uniforms. This is all still inside of the freezer. This was, yeah, it's like looking in on the left. I don't know why I took a picture of just that. Okay, so I don't have a lot of pictures, I guess. So yeah, this is after we cleaned it. Oh, wait, here it is. Let me see if I can turn the volume all the way down. So this is after we start cleaning it. That desk, did you see that? That's that desk that we got. So I got a storage unit the same day that I went and actually got the warehouse. I was bidding on a storage unit, and it literally had nothing but like shelves and furniture in it. You can see the shelves back here. It was like this plastic put together shelves. Had a couple other furniture pieces that were just stands and whatnot, like just stuff I might be able to use. But I figured I'd just put this desk in here and I cleaned up like all this front area just to make it look nicer. This was scattered with stuff, and as y'all know, I'm very particular about things, so I like to organize. But if we can just go through and maybe show some of the... I don't know if it's going to show... Yeah, it might go all the way through. Yeah, there's some of the records. Bunch of pallets. Okay, so all this stuff, like, I can't even really begin to tell you all what's in here, but there's just so much stuff. Books, records, toys, tools. It's all in here. These two right here were displayed and haven't been moved. They were displays for whenever he used to sell out of here of like a bunch of different like vintage antique glasses. There's like mug sets. Over here, there's like 2 or 3 full, like right here, all that clear glass. There's like 2 or 3 full sets of those McDonald's glasses, which I'm panning around like crazy. I hope I go all the way back, but right here there's 2 CO2 tanks. Those sell for like I think like 70 or 80 a piece. Yeah, I guess I didn't go all the way back. Yeah, that's like a roll top door. Of course, it has a button where it slides up and down. Thanks, Susie. Oh, whoops. Welcome, Midwest Picker. Yeah, I guess that's all I'm going to show. Oh, yeah, back here, there's like a bunch of like wood and pallets and boxes and stuff. Man, I was terrible with this. I don't think this was intended for YouTube. I think I was sending this to somebody. Yeah, I don't know if I had a walkthrough of like the office area. I can show y'all what, just to reference it a little bit better with the same video. All right. Okay, so right here, that door right there, all the way back, like that's all office space. Well, this is like a storage room that's sectioned off from the office space, but then right here is like a little area that you walk into, but then there's a door that walks into the main office space. And it's all framed in with There's like some paneling. There's like vinyl flooring. There's lighting in there. There's some like shelves, and it's got a bathroom in there. There's 2 of these big like workshop benches right here. There's 2 side by side. I don't know if you can see the other one, but it's all like got like glassware and stuff like that on it. And then going back, there's a bunch of other just stuff. Like it's all stuff to sell. This right here was where I was putting all the trash, so disregard that. Man, I wish I would have like taken a better video. But at least y'all got to see the inside of it. Get the gist of that. Let me see if I can't. I don't know how much I showed of that. Anyway, yeah, bottom wear. I guess I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't show any other footage of that. I'm gonna check my phone one more time, see if I did have another walkthrough of it. I think most of what I did is I FaceTimed a couple of my. I showed my dad and a couple other people through FaceTime, which of course didn't have the video. Yeah, but we're pretty happy about it. A lot of options for what we can do with it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, let me go back. Okay, here that might. Oh yeah, I did have a walkthrough. I'm gonna send these other ones to you, Josie. I do have a walkthrough. It's back from whenever I first looked at it. Oh shoot. 1 second. All right, let those send. All right, how's everyone doing though? Good sales? Yeah, there are lamps. I don't know which one you might be talking about, Kathy, but there's definitely lamps in there. All kinds of stuff. All kinds of junk. There's a lot of benches in there too, which I'll be able to use.
The really nice ones?
He just took the ones that were by the fridge, which the shell, the
IKEA.
there's like the IKEA, one of those big IKEA shells. He took those before we made the deal on, because I bought everything out from inside from Barry before it already came through. I bought it out from Barry before I went into the deal with the actual owner, and I paid $400. He did want $500, but I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just we had to leave and go do something else, and then he came back, got some more stuff to take back to his flea market, and so I told him, well, we got to renegotiate. You took some of the stuff out, so I ended up paying $400 for everything that was left, which he didn't take a ridiculous amount of stuff out. Yeah, you can see. Okay, yeah, the videos came through. All right, 1 second. Let me turn that. Oh yeah, there's definitely a better angle on it. All right. So yeah, here's just a walkthrough. Yeah, he took those 2 things right there. There's one of those heaters. It's got lighting on the side like that. There's how the roof was done. Okay, that's all I had on that one. All right, here is the walking into the office area. And this is all, he left a bunch of stuff in there. Nothing, he didn't leave a bunch of stuff, but yeah, it's got hot water. It's got a hot water tank, smaller one. Of course, like I said, the bathroom. So it's got this office space, and the paneling on the wall is not that great, but whatever. And yeah, you can see, look, he foamed it up and then put some sort of brace thing on it. And because people were trying to, I guess I tried to break in at one time. So yeah, I don't know what I want to do with all that, but like, I didn't really plan on coming in that front door anyway. So anyway. That's a nice glass door. That's where the breaker stuff is and everything. Got this little. This is like a little storage room. There's. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, there's 2 doors to go to the. Right there. There's another one that goes out to the warehouse space. I didn't show the back area as much of like everything. Oh, look, it's me. Yeah, I didn't show the back area as much. We'll definitely do another live. What was the warehouse used for? Before it was like a flea market that has now been turned to the flea market that I go to. But
it's also used for growing weed.
And before that, there was like a big drug bust there. The guy actually shot himself inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
And during the police
police raid.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Fortunately, he didn't leave anything behind.
Yeah, I hope that was documented so that I don't know, that would future prevent the property value, and I've already negotiated the price. But that what's it called? That freezer was used for growing weed. Hey, Cajun reseller. Hey, Candace. I hope I didn't miss anyone.
Marie.
Yeah.
You sure did move a lot of stuff in there, though.
Yeah, there is more stuff that I moved in from the storage unit. This vase right here, I was really upset. When I got the storage unit, it's one of those manager specials, so it wasn't like a lean unit. It was just a bunch of stuff from, just a bunch of junk from, I guess, some of the units that they got or something, or left by the garbage, or I don't know. Anyway, it had this big desk, had this mirror, had this thing tilted towards me, kind of like it is now. Looks really nice, everything. It's got a lot of detail on it. But then you turn it around, and the other handle's broken off. It's got chips around the top edges of it, like broken pieces off. So they angled it and took pictures of it to make it look like it was a lot better than it was. This thing has damage to like, we did that actually, trying to move it out of the storage unit. But the other ends have damage, but you couldn't see that in the picture. These plastic pieces right here, they're missing like, that's why I don't have that top portion right there, which I do have it. It just, they're missing like 2 like clips that go on there. And we're missing some of the posts. They're not missing, they're broken. So like I said, it was just kind of like, in my opinion, a little bit shady how it was displayed. I didn't pay that much. I think I spent like $55 on it, and this desk is kind of worth $55. It's like a big entryway desk. It's got a lot of storage underneath here and like counter space on both ends. So, but yeah, I'm gonna save that. Yeah, I can see. Okay. I'm gonna take that off real quick, just so I can figure out what's going on with that. So yeah, overall, all true crime, yeah, makes place even more interesting. Yeah. No, I love the place. Like we're gonna, I really want to just put a basketball hoop in there, because I don't know.
Make it a little basketball court.
I don't know, just be able to shoot around in there. Invite some people over, play around. I can teach you how to play basketball. Anyway,
I know how to play, just not very good.
I'm downloading that picture so that I can zoom in on things and show you all a little bit more. I'm not trying to draw.
You did download it to paint.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to just set it to open up. Let's see.
Those tables back there are really nice.
All the benches?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are nice.
I mean, it's almost exactly what we built here.
All this?
Close. Yeah.
The one here? Yeah.
Similar.
In a way. Here, just stuff like goes all the way. There's these big metal filing cabinets, older ones. There's a bunch of these benches that are built. Look at Sharp.
What is he doing?
Sitting there on that pallet jack.
Yeah, that's also a nice thing.
It's nice that the pallet jack came with it, but he told me that it works, but it doesn't hold a lot of weight. Like the pressure, I guess it either needs new hydraulic fluid. I can't even like zoom in right on this. Because if I try to drag it, it's like trying to draw. I don't know. Oh, select. No.
All right.
I don't know. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, y'all see this? Some of y'all might know what that is. It's an air filter for pneumatic air. This used to have, over in that corner, used to have a big air compressor. So there's like a bunch of these access points for air. So that's really cool. I like using those to like clean, to like, just blow things out. Or if we were planning on like putting a little area for working on our vehicles in there. Because I have a lot of auto mechanic tools that, since I've been doing eBay and reselling and stuff, I haven't really used.
And we have 2 vehicles that aren't working right now.
That's true.
2 Jeeps.
That is true. We do have 2 Jeeps that need work. But anyway, yeah, so that we can use the pneumatic air system. So that'll be nice. That's pretty cool. It's already wired up. We don't have to do that. So, what?
Just looking at comments.
Comment. Yeah, my bad.
Josie Dave.
Oh, yeah. This is
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. So Dave is a Midwest picker.
Okay. I was like, I'm not Dave.
So yeah, this is Josie. Yeah, just a bunch of stuff. Can't really like go too much in detail, I guess, because it's so pixelated. Bunch of pallets.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
Pretty excited.
You can see right there where the ladder is. Goes up to like the storage area. This, I don't know if you can see it in the photo. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Zoom all the way back out. Right here, if I get, so it has like one of the like turbine fans. It says exhaust. I'm assuming it might be talking about like a system because it's all closed in up here. And so maybe it was like some sort of system. I don't know that used to, because like you have like the heater right here, but some exhaust for something. Maybe that's where they had like an AC unit at one time. But anyway, it's just a fan and you can hook a motor up to it. It's like got some sort of, it's like a, what's it called? Not belt driven. It's like a shaft driven. So you could like you could put a motor on it. And then that would help with like at least circulation. Because I'm not trying to have it all like just stale air in there. And the old dusty stale air. And I'm so weird about like cleanliness and stuff. I'll probably end up getting one of those Makita industrial Roombas. They're like $1,200.
Yeah. Like
that would be cool though. That would be cool because I'm trying to get maybe find some shelving or something and just get all this off the floor. I feel so much better when I'm so much more satisfied with the area once that's done. Look at that.
Look at them pixels.
I can barely even tell what this stuff is. This is a cool lamp.
It is. I'm really stoked about having like some of those lamps because
there's some cool stuff in here. Yeah.
Cool stuff.
This is a display case for jewelry.
Nice. That'd be good for the flea market.
Mm-hmm. This is a cow wind chime. That'll be good for the flea market.
That's cute. Now, if only they had a couch in there.
Oh, there's a bunch of Coke bottles right here and right underneath. There's a bunch of them. Coke, Dr. Pepper. You know what I found? I found vintage. I found in there vintage old rolls and like tubes of Dr. Pepper advertisements. So they weren't advertisements like, they weren't just like what's it called? Like banners or anything. They were actually like adhesive banners. So they were made for like the side of like the side of like a delivery truck or the side of like a food truck or something, or a vending machine or something. So like, yeah, they're like vintage Dr. Pepper logo with like the a bunch of like different colored lines in it, and yeah, there's like 15 rolls of them, of like the 3M adhesive. So those are probably harder.
Brandon, you're messing with my eyes. Stop it.
Oh, with the zooming in on the pixels. There's also like a fan right here that also needs a motor. You see the belt hanging right. Oh, I'm not off. Yeah, you can see the fan right here. It's like a ventilation fan, and you put a motor right there. It doesn't have one, but there's like a belt, as you can see, and
man,
just to help ventilate.
The place probably smelled so good a couple years ago.
Oh, you can't see it. Have you seen that yet? That sign?
I know what it said, but I can't remember.
Well, it's a restroom sign. So
Yeah.
it says like, it's when he had the flea market. He has like a.
Pee at your own risk sign.
No, it said it's just
about
restroom, and then it has like a male and a female, and then he has like two of them. So the one that's up right now, I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, I think it's the second one because you can see the one behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So he has one that's just like the same thing. They're both the same thing, except for one of them has genitalia written into the stick figures. So I guess one's for the customers and one's for his personal bathroom. I have no clue why he did that. He was laughing about it. He thought that was funny. But now, this is kind of some other exciting news.
Marie's about to tell you to quit it again.
Yeah, no, she is. Josie actually got a job working reception at the flea market, which is kind of bad timing because of the coronavirus. And they might be shutting businesses like that down.
They might be forced to shut down.
Yeah.
But like, I know Barry would not just close.
Well, no, he wouldn't close. What he would do is, he's talking to me about it, just start doing eBay. So
Yeah,
it's
just
all of his flea market stuff. But that it'd be very difficult for him to meet what he does with all that flea market space. So he'll have to figure something out. I know they're doing some bills passed for like businesses and individuals and affected by like losing their income because of the coronavirus for being forced to stop. So we'll see. Hopefully.
It is so weird to think we're like in this right now, like this pandemic. I mean, I knew something would happen in my lifetime, but I didn't think it would be a pandemic.
Well,
I don't know. It's weird for me because like in school and like history class, you learn about diseases and the Black Plague that happened, and like, oh, wreak havoc.
It's a good thing it's not as bad as that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they're able to like.
It's a good thing we have history, though. I never used to appreciate history class because I hated history. Didn't think it was applicable to today, but it actually is. The 1918 Spanish flu taught us a lot about how to deal with pandemics or like viruses that spread like this. That is why we are being contained right now. I've been reading a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah. Fun stuff.
So I'll say if any of y'all have any ideas on something we can do with the property. I mean, I can't really rent out space inside unless, like I said, it was somebody that I knew and trusted because, I knew they weren't going to do anything to violate the what I am allowed to do in there. Because they can't run a business. They can't run like a serious business out of there and like have people coming in and out or having documentation that people are working in there and having to pay for, insurance on all that and whatnot. But yeah, the space itself, like the land, if y'all have any ideas on what we can do, thought about getting that building in the back. I'll go ahead and put it on here again. Thought about getting the building.
Don't show these tips again.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Rob and or Lisa.
Hi. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has.
Also, I didn't get any footage of my Utah trip, so there's not going to be a video.
Not yet.
Or at least not yet. Not a video of that. But yeah.
So, again, this is the front, just showing, the fact that it has all this space. Right here.
I really want to. Hydroponics. We need to start a hydroponic thing.
For
plants,
vegetables,
anything,
stuff like that.
Yeah. Vegetables.
Yeah, I mean, I really am thinking about doing something like that, Justin. Some sort of rental. And the thing is, I'd kind of have to commit to it, because once I do that, I'm not gonna move. Say
I'm just saying. I definitely think that's Lisa.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if Rob would
send a kissy face.
Send the kissy face, that it's just I'd have to make it professional and everything, and have to have some security.
Would almost definitely have to make a little like a roof, at least, like a little enclosure for like trailers and boats if we were to do an outside storage.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. But
depends on what you're doing. For boats, people would probably prefer it, but in reality, some people
honestly, I've seen so many boats around here with their not covered, or not even covered with a cloth or anything. They're just out there, so it might not even matter.
Yeah, it might not.
But
yeah, the other thing, like I was saying, the having the storage a storage unit facility, but just a small one. So just having 10 shipping containers and just lining them from close to the concrete pad all the way up, and then maybe some. Oh, you know what? Because another thing we thought about is if we got into the bee keeping business,
putting our bees back there,
putting some more bees back there within the coming season. They do actually best in a field, in some place that has a lot of sun, because the beetles, they don't like they're not in the areas of sun as much, and they become a problem, and it keeps the mite level down as well, and a bunch of other things. They don't hear, and it rains 9 months during the year. Don't overthink it. All talking about having the cover. Mm-hmm. I think mainly the main thing I would consider with that is some people might not want the sun beating down on their, But and here's another thing: what if I were to do that, right? How much room could I technically have there, because they just need a place to park for a couple of nights at a time? Okay. Yeah, you're right. The only thing is there enough room there for a truck to comfortably? How many trucks could comfortably park and then move around with that big trailer and back in or back out?
Yeah.
You'd be talking about, in theory, they could just back in 100%, just start with backing up all the way to the edge, or all the way to into a slot. But in that case, I could only have 5 or 6 slots. But that would be
sufficient.
That would
that would serve its purpose.
You'd still make some money on it. Yeah.
Did you open some wine?
Good ideas. They're good ideas. No, that was from Sharp.
Yeah. What was Jacob saying for the dogs?
Oh yeah, that's another thing. So this is just a random thought. So for me to protect, like I said, bad area, I want to get some cameras, but I feel like that'll only go so far. People are getting more and more ruthless when it comes to things. Add a porta potty or two. Yeah, I hear you. Or just a janky shower. I could build a shower house. Oh, could make the freezer into a shower house.
Yeah. Liability insurance for storage parking is high.
Is it? That's weird.
Okay, you got to think about it. Another issue with this property is there is a hole in the back fence here and here. Someone
Yeah,
Like the
it's
cops,
just
when they did the raid.
well, I mean,
I don't know.
no,
I
it
don't know
wasn't
how
the cops. Someone. This was sitting for a couple years, and someone literally cut like
a little shortcut.
literally just like took pliers and just like snip all the way up so that they could pull it apart.
No, they cut a hole. They didn't cut.
No,
like-
yeah, but that's only because they cut it and then it frees once you cut one of these, it's gonna free up pieces.
Yeah.
So then you could just pull those pieces out. Anyway, so yeah, then they I mean, I could easily like just take some wire and fix that. So that's not like a crazy big deal, but
But it's there.
yeah, it's there. It's something that is kind of, it sucks, but yeah, besides how small of an area a good driver needs, yeah. You'd be surprised how many terrible drivers there are, though. Yeah, no, it's so.
I mean, it doesn't even just have to be for semi-truck drivers, you know?
Yeah. Where you going?
Gotta get his stuff from Holly.
I wonder what he's getting.
The sock has a hole in it.
Did you just put a sock
No,
in your cooler?
I grabbed a sock.
You
So
grabbed
storing
a.
socks in his
You're
pool.
storing socks in a cooler.
That was a spare.
You're storing spare socks in a cooler.
Are you wearing pants?
He's not wearing pants. He's just wearing. He's wearing a fleece.
I'm wearing shorts.
That's probably what happened. So this also this building right here. Oh yeah, there's a like a fenced in
Trash area.
trash dumpster. So yeah, there's a dumpster there that's like an owned dumpster. I mean, it works. It's just
It's kind of, isn't it like
nasty looking.
sideways or something? Like it's not in there correctly.
I mean, it's definitely like at an angle, but
Okay. I mean, I couldn't
it's not like you
remember.
couldn't
Yeah, I just couldn't
correct
remember.
it. But yeah, apparently, like, so if we have of course we have the gate. You can just call and have them come pick it up for a fee. Whenever it's full.
Yeah.
So in reality, like, it'd be better than paying. You know,
Hmm.
I mean, that's a
Okay.
big dumpster.
So you know how Lobster was talking about the like talking to the recycling center, the steel place nearby, letting them use it for whatever reason. What if we made it into like a recycling thing anyway? Like just somehow, I don't know. You know what I mean?
There's already another one in that town. It's hard to compete with those, and then you have to get in
Recycling
contact.
as in, like recycling, like my kind of recycling.
Oh, what you were talking about. That's not a bad idea either. There's no bottle recycling.
There's no recycling in general.
There's no
literally steel,
there's
metal.
so there's okay, so there's no company here that like really like will come and get your recycling. There's no recycling here for the most part. The military has it, but that's only on base. They have, you know, like alloys and stuff you can take to the scrapyard and get paid for, but like there's no like company that goes around and picks up recycling. That's not, you
And
can make it work. And
recycling.
she thought about making some sort of recycling business. I mean, I've heard
All
of
I
people
see
making
is
money.
grass.
Yeah. Measure the length and width of the Mayflower container and add a few feet to get an idea of how many can park in there. Yeah, not a bad way to look at it. What are you doing?
I don't know, just cruising.
So yeah, this is a lot just for tractor trailers.
Yeah, so apparently one of these has a whole bunch of antiques in it.
Well, that's what. Yeah,
that's what Barry said.
Right.
I don't know. That obviously is
Okay.
gonna intrigue me. Already.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. This is like a antique, not antique necessarily, but this big building is like an auction house, and it's also like a storefront for what are they called? Furniture. Just a bunch of furniture. You go in there, there's just literally like a huge old tobacco warehouse, and it's just literally full. I mean, full of furniture.
Yeah.
There's some nice stuff in there. Their prices are pretty acceptable. They're not cheap, but they're not like crazy.
Ooh, their garage is open.
I'm curious what they do. Oh, wait. Scroll. Zoom in. Zoom in. Wheel.
Old cans or something.
Let's see.
Is that cocaine? No, I'm just kidding.
Now, at first I thought they were kegs or something, but I don't know what they are.
Burr.
America.
Can you tell? The CDL driver.
I wonder if it's toilet paper.
Oh. Wait, what does it say? Delma Oil Company. So it's a whole bunch of oil. Oh my gosh. Shell? Goes right next door.
Yeah, it is an oil company.
Crazy.
CDL. My uncle was thinking about doing that.
I wonder what this place is right there.
I guess I'll show that. Yeah, this place like the. Oh, is it that's only recent?
What?
That's all caved in.
Huh.
But it needs condemned apparently. Like it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's definitely
Right now,
a
this is-
house. Just saying. It looks fun.
It says image
capture.
capture April 2019.
Are you hungry?
But since then, I guess yeah, we've had a couple hurricanes since then. Something like caved this place in. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, chemical totes, yeah. They were. But man, I just talked a whole bunch, didn't I? I haven't even gotten up. It's one of the first times I've had a live and not stood up. Usually I'm moving around, but I guess I'm getting a little bit tired. Posted a little bit of stuff today. Nothing too crazy. Cleaned up in here, cleaned up around the house. And kind of brainstormed on some things. Got the bees. We're freezing the beehives before the bees get here, which is the bees will get here in the end of the month. So pretty excited about that. But we're freezing the old ones because they're used and they, potentially could have like mites or
Bad
beetles
bacteria.
or bacteria,
Anything that could be harmful.
And so, yeah, I guess you freeze them. And we're also going to torch them, not necessarily just for getting rid of whatever, but
Had a long month or so.
yeah,
A
that's
long
true.
month off. Or did you do?
Kind of off.
Did you do YouTube while I was in Utah?
I think so. You didn't, of course. Yeah, I
Oh,
did
yeah,
YouTube.
you did because I got on and watched you.
And then I had that one video from Utah, but where's the Lobsta? Lobsta had to jump off. He had to go to his other job. So yeah, unfortunately, you just got me, Cody,
Me,
but and
And
Josie
Puss.
and the puss.
this sweet little boy.
But yeah, so hopefully we can
How cute he is.
keep some of y'all involved with, or show y'all some of the adventures with the bees coming soon.
Okay.
But yeah, we're gonna torch the wood so that it has that burnt look, and then put an epoxy over it so that because some of the ones are, it just the wood has some like water stains or something like that, just like moisture stains from where they were sitting. But it's still usable. The hives are still usable. So after we freeze them, we're gonna get them all cleaned up, and I got to get the tools and everything, and we're gonna build a little fenced-in area in the backyard so that the dogs don't mess with them. But yeah, we're gonna get the bees going, and hopefully, probably won't get any honey this year, but we'll just be able to observe them. The cat is interested in something. No,
For sure.
so anyway, man, there hasn't been a lot of
Looks different in there.
what?
I don't know where out in the dark.
Oh, I want to see your bed. I haven't seen. Where'd you put it?
Well, we haven't had a crazy amount of participation today on the live or something, like 12 people max. But that's okay. It's a lot of the homies. So that's cool. It's probably going to be loud. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. Probably, yeah, get off here in a few minutes and get some stuff listed or got work tomorrow, unfortunately. I'll say it again because I said it earlier on. I don't know if Jody's still in here. Probably not, but he already knows. Not going to be going to the Pittsburgh meetup because the military has now been put on we're on a suspended travel ban. Or however I just said that. We're on a temporary travel ban until May 2nd. I can't even travel domestically outside of my local commuting area, which is unfortunate. But I'm not going to be able to go to the Pittsburgh meetup. So some of y'all is going to meet. Not going to be able to now, unfortunately. And depending on how long this thing lasts, they might extend it or they might shorten it. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can, because we were wanting to go to the meetup that happens every year in July, I think it is. June or July in Tennessee for the Highway 70 yard sale with that'll be with John and Lonnie. So hopefully we can at least go to that. We can also go to bought the ticket for the riverboat cruise in Cincinnati. Hopefully we can still do that. We'll see how long it lasts. Yeah. In case he made you leave the house today. What? So we are in. I forget. Yeah, you are in Washington. So they're in Washington.
Who?
Marie and Justin.
Oh yeah.
That's where.
How are they doing?
I mean, I don't think y'all aren't sick, are you? I mean, I say not, but yeah, y'all are right in the ground zero for the U.S. Has West Virginia still not gotten a case? West Virginia, has it still not gotten a case? West Virginia is apparently the only state, last time I have seen, that still hadn't had a case.
But that could just be because all the tweakers aren't going to get checked.
Yeah, that's true. I might, you know what? I'm going to see.
Oh, so I found a really nice website. The Johns Hopkins University has set up a website that gives you guys, or gives everybody, live data of the global number of cases, deaths, and recovered. Also shows plots and everything. So if anybody's interested in that.
All good so far. After we get off here, I might have to jump over on Fraggy Flips. 40 dead in Washington. Wow.
And one in Oregon last night. Dang.
That's unfortunate. Oof. Neck. Well, I think we're going to call it night.
Let's see here if West Virginia's going.
Y'all probably already know, but I'll go ahead and give this link to where we'll be hanging out and where you should go right now. This is Froggy Flips with burgundy cells, and definitely go head over there after you're done, or after we're done here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, no, West Virginia still doesn't have any.
Still doesn't? Wow. It's crazy. Yeah, thank y'all for coming and seeing what was up and just hanging out. I'm gonna probably be doing either a live or I'll put out a video on a little bit more detail on the warehouse so that y'all can see. Should be whatever we do. I'm optimistic, but yeah, y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all over on Froggy Flips. And till next time.
Only one person recovered in Washington.
Did you not
Sorry.
hear that I was like saying goodbye?
Bye.
Okay. All right. See y'all.